And welcome back. Go ahead and start adding the constructions that we just made. The construction. Let's go ahead and group this so we can just drag it down here and feed it into all of the constructions inputs. So now we have it set up to all of our wall. Oops, that was wrong. Let's go ahead and sweep. Add that to EP constructions. Nice. I wish when I started that I had fainted all of the wire displays, but oh well. So let's go ahead and group this all together too. Actually, group, and then we'll just block it down here. Just do a little OCDing real quick. Nice. So we have all of our walls and their constructions. We have variable insulation thickness, insulation conductivity, insulation cost per meter squared. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start moving into the IDF to pH components a little bit. What we're going to do is we want each of these to be able to have their own glazing by ratio, because north, south, east, and west, we're going to get different values of sunlight on each one, so we want to make sure that we're looking at each face of the building by itself. Or, I've never actually designed and had built a passive house, so it's just what I'm going off of because it makes sense to me. So we're going to put the surfaces into the honeybee object inputs. Now what we're going to do is go to the gene pools again for the glazing ratio. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Edit. 4. Now the glazing ratio can be anything within the range of 0 to 0.95. So we're going to go 0 to, I'm going to just say 0.6. Okay, cool. Now this is what? WLC 3. WLC 3. What did I name this one? I feel like I named this one 3 on accident. Nope, 2, we're good. Good to go. Now we'll do a list item. We'll add 3 more to here. We have our list, and we'll put from each one of these into the glazing ratio. Nice. So when these move, glazing ratios move, perfect. Now the other thing we need to do is we need to put a Boolean to run this. Boolean toggle true. We'll go run it, run it, run it, run it. Nice. Now, as you can see over here, let's do a custom preview really quick so we can see a little bit better. Custom preview. Let's go ahead and put that in. You can kind of see it. But now, as the number sliders move around, it's going to change the glazing size. We can do a couple things with the breakup window, the breakup distance, the window height, the sill height. Let's go ahead and take that down from 2 meters to like 0.75, just for, Huh. let's not do that. Let's just keep it how it is. This I found is easier than trying to create the geometries on the surfaces themselves. It saves a lot of components and stuff. So this is just what I've been using recently. Now, if you go over to, I'm hoping you have it installed because we're going to use it. If you go over to Wallacei, where did you go, buddy? There we go. If you go to Utilities and get Gene Pool and Slider Shuffler, this is the surprise tool that will help us later and part of it. Let's get a button out. Group this up. Now, a cool thing about Wallacei that they did is when you correctly label all of the sliders, it's able to just grab them. So if you look over here at our model, let's turn some geom off. So I think we're at the point where, yeah, we'll accept the roof, but we'll get back to that in a second. So if you look here, whenever they shuffle, it moves them around. So during the analysis, it's going to try all the different combinations of all the different variables. And because it's cool and evolutionary, it's going to take the best, and those will move forward. Let's go ahead and preview on the stuff we need. Preview on. Cool. So we have our walls with glazing. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a little bit of room. Move these up here. Like I said earlier, it's going to get messy. Now let's make our roof. So let's go back to Honeybee. Create Honeybee surfaces. These can be the same. So let's go ahead and throw our geom into here. Let's name this surface Happy Roof Surface. We'll go ahead and do this first. I believe roof is 1. Yep. 1. You can right click on it. You can put in panels. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. Outdoors. And now we need our construction. Let's just make a nice and hefty roof construction so we don't have to do too much with that. Roof cons. Nice. Let's go ahead and name that. Now let's zoom out, grab our factory, bring our factory back down here, type in roof. Now another cool thing, if you want to see the breakdowns of stuff, is come up to here in Honeybee and go Honeybee decompose EP construction. Nope, material. Honeybee decompose EP material, and then put material name in there, and then we'll get our values out of it. That'll be nice, right? So we can just kind of see what we're looking at. So now when you're looking at this, if you remember, we go back up here to where we made the materials previously: roughness, thickness, conductivity, density, specific heat capacity. And then you have the solar and the other absorptions. So type in roof. Let's go with metal roofing. Yeah, let's do that. So that's 39. That gets punched in. Oops. Almost made a big mistake. Let's internalize that data. Put that up here for metal roofing. Now let's do a roof membrane. That's at the bottom. That's 67. Let's grab our capsule, internalize, bring that up, and then let's just grab the beefiest insulation we can find in here. Is that the roof insulation at 9 for an inch pound? No. Oh. Let's get... That's not cool. Yeah, sure. Let's do 35. That one looks beefy. I don't think it's enough though. I can't remember. We shall see. Okay, cool. So we have our EP construction for the roof surfaces. We have our, let's go ahead and group this. Group, zoom out, drag this over here. We don't want glazing on those. Now we just have our floor to do. So let's just drag that down to our factory real quick. Grab another honeybee, create surfaces, put our geom into it. Grab another construction, and let's just do this floor. What's the beefiest one in here? Let's do 5. Yeah, that'll be nice. Internalize. I'll do that, and then we'll just do some wood, like we have a nice wood floor. Wood. And we're going to have a 25 mil wood at 0. That's an O. There we go. Internalize. Zoom out. Zoom in. And we're going to name this Happy Floor. Now we're going to take another pause in a couple moments, but when we come back, we're going to be starting into the IDF to pH workflow and then getting a little bit more into Wallacei and then running the simulation and looking at all the cool data. But let's grab this, put that up here into the constructions, surface name, floor. Or if you're a Kennedy, it might be flower. Dang it. Floor. Flower. Yeah, we're going to do flower. Surface type. Floor is 2, so let's go ahead and set the data item here as 2. Our boundary condition is going to be ground because it's a floor. Ground. Well, let me rephrase. It's a slab on grade, so it's going to be floor, or it's going to be ground. Yep, that's 2.5, by the way, slab on grade. So let's 2.5. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and group that. Drag that over here. And this would be a good time to take that pause before we get into the other stuff. So